D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I just watched The Bad Batch and episode 9, and it's like something like Bounty Lost or something. I don't remember what the name of it is, but this is the thing. The episode wasn't bad, but it wasn't like overwhelmingly great. I mean, the best part of it had nothing to do with The Bad Batch, and this is my problem with the show. And I've said it before in my other breakdowns, and I'll say it again. The Bad Batch is the most boring part of this show. Like they're the main characters, but I don't care about them. So same with Omega. She's part of the Bad Batch now. I don't care about Omega. I hope Omega dies. I don't even like Omega. She's annoying. The best part is all the cameos of these other characters. And I'm all like, is this why this show was set up? So you could have all these cameos and explain like people's origin stories and stuff. I'm like, yeah, like I'm just like, if that's why you created the show, why didn't you just create an anthology show where you just each episode was, another one character and you just went through a character a week kind of thing. Oh, but what do I know? What do I know? But I do love Star Wars. I love this whole universe and everything. Yeah, I mean, like this episode wasn't like a complete abortion or anything, but it just was like not. It just was like this show is very meh to me. Like I'm just like every week I watch it and I'm all like, well, it's fun to visit that world and that universe and everything, but I just don't care. Like I said, these characters are so boring in my opinion. Like they're just I don't know. Maybe that's me. I really want to love this show. Like I like right now I just watch it and I'm like, okay, whatever. But I really want to love it. Like I want to look forward to this show and I'm trying to get there, but I can't. I'm just like, okay, that happened kind of thing. All right. So let's get down to business and break down this episode. All right. So it starts off with they're getting away on their ship because Omega has just been captured and they're fighting off a sniper guy, got bullseye or whatever, long shot, whatever his name is. And he's firing at their ship and everything. And their rear deflector shields are failing and they're going to warp. And Hunter's all like, we've got to go after the girl. And they're like, we can't go after the girl. We don't know where she's going, yada, yada. If we don't live through this, then we can't go after the girl. So he's like, fine, make the jump. And then so they make the jump to hyperdrive and they're gone. So then we go over to Cad Bane's ship, and he's got Omega captured and everything. And she's all like, I want to get out. And he's all like, ha, you thought you'd survive or you'd get away, but we caught you kind of thing. I don't remember exactly what he says. And then Cad Bane shows up and he's all like, the Kaminoans, they're paying a lot of money for you, little girl, and everything. And he's like, you better be glad they want you alive and everything. So then he calls the prime minister of Camino and he's like, I got you, girl. And he's all like, is she alive? And he's like, she's alive, but you're going to have to pay, a hefty price for her because she's alive kind of thing. And I'm all like, oh, whatever. So then we go over to Camino and we got this chick and she's all, like, oh, please don't hurt my baby. And he's all like, we'll meet him there with the credits and everything. And then sorry, it's early. And then this chick is all bummed because she wants Omega to like live or whatever, but he's all like, your fascination has put this whole thing in jeopardy. So he tells Tan Wee from the episode 2 to go and give him the credits and everything. And then this one, and he tells this one, he's like, once you get the genetic code or whatever you need from her, destroy her. And she's like, what? My baby? And everything. And so basically, she's got the original genetic code of Jango Fett, kind of like Boba Fett does. That's why. And he was originally named Alpha. And so she's Omega. So she's the last one. Roll the eyes. So lame. And I'm pretty sure maybe they were meant to be like a couple. If that happens, that's so weird. Watch, Omega will show up in Boba Fett, the live action series. I bet you she shows up. So anyways, and so she's back on the ship and she's trying to figure out how to get out. And this robot's trying to attach his leg back on. And she's like, I could do that for you. And he's all like, no, you're a prisoner. And so these guys are trying to find her and they figure out who Cad Bane is because they've got the records and everything from the ship. And And they're all like, why do they want her and everything? And he's the Tech is all like, because she's got the original genetic code of Django Fett, and they need her for their operation kind of thing. So back on Cad Bane's ship, she's all like, seriously, let me help you. I can fix it for you. I've done it like 1,000,000 times. I'm amazing and everything. And I've got nothing wrong with it. I have nothing against Omega. She's just boring. Like, they're all boring. That's my whole thing. Like, the most interesting characters in this episode, which we'll get into, are not them. Like, that's the whole thing. I'm all like, oh gosh, I can't handle you guys. So he's like, fine, I'll let you out. And you fix my leg and everything. So she fixes legs. And of course, while she's doing that, of course, she double crosses him and knocks him out. And Cad Bane's all like, we're at the planet. And he's going through the fog. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's so early. Going through the fog, and they've landed, and he's all going through the ship, and she gets out. And these guys are all, still looking for her. And she calls them with her little wrist thingy, her little wrist communicator. And she's like, come get me. I'm on a planet. I don't know where I am. Help me and everything. And they're all like, send out an electric signal. I don't remember exactly what they said. So she's like, she tries to get there, but then Cad Bane shows up and he destroys her little wrist communicator. And then he's taking her back to the ship, and they hear like a kind of thing. You like that? Anyways, so you like my sound effects and everything. That's how you make laser noises, by the way, everybody. You don't go pew 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 pew. That's how amateurs do it. If you're really gonna play, like when you were a kid, played with your Star Wars action figures, when you made blaster noises, it was or that kind of thing. Okay. Anyways, all right. Yeah, a little lesson there. So Tanwi has been killed, which really bummed me out because I was like, oh, Tanwi, like you're just killing people for no reason. And we see Fennec Shan. She has killed Tanwi because she's all like, and she's got his credits. She's all like, I want the girl. He's like, I want the credits. So she's like, trade. And he's like, you first and everything. And the robot comes in, he grabs it, and then he gets blasted out the thing, and the credits go flying down to the surface below. And Cad Bane's pissed. He's all like, all right, honey, it's party time on your ass. So then she's running away. They're shooting everything. And that's the most interesting part about this was the fight sequence. And like the thing is, I was going to grab a whole bunch of screenshots for this, but I was like, what's the point? I'm just going to explain it to you and everything. You go watch it. It's way more interesting to watch than me explain it to you. But they get into a thing. He gets blasted and kind of knocked out. And she finds these in this little Camino thing. She finds this chamber with a bunch of clones. Now, this looks like an alien clone of some sort. And then there's another one later on. But she's just going through, and she, like, it clicks in her head. She's like, there it is. And she realizes what's going on, kind of. So she realizes that she can send out a signal through this satellite. So she sends out the signal, and they go get her. So he wakes up after being knocked out. And Fennec Shan she's like, why do they want me? And she's like, you know why, and everything. And she looks up at the thing. She's like, yeah. So this robot comes in. She knocks out the robot or whatnot. And then she sends, she's going to mess with the thing. She's like, I told you it was useless to send a signal. They'll never get here in time. But she knocks over a canister with this alien on top of her. And this looks like a Caminonian. I don't know how to say their names. From Kimonians. Anyways. And so and then she runs out to here, and she realizes, and then she runs into Cad Bane again, who gets his gun knocked out of his thing, and they keep fighting. So they're fighty. And she's going down to a pod, a small ship pod or whatever. And the robot comes, and she does the thing that they've done. I think this is the third time they've done this, where somebody jumps on top of the head of one of these robots and rides it. And I mean, yeah, it's fine, but stop doing that, okay? That's like the whole trope with having a kid and a father figure helping out a kid kind of thing through whatever. And I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this, the tropes, and I've had enough of this little gag thing that they keep doing with riding on these kind of robots. They did it in Clone Wars, and I believe she did it a first time, and I don't remember exactly. Okay, so then these two are still fighting. She gets on the pod. And get blasts and everything, blasts stuff away. He's all mad because he's all like, I need the girl. And he uses the little thing, but she knocks him off. he uses these little things. She's this thing's not working because it's old. It only works for a hot minute, and then she goes plummeting towards the earth, and I'm all like, or the planet, and I'm all like, ugh, dum dum. I could have told you weren't gonna make it. So she's ready for to crash land, and she gets saved by the Bad Batch. Now, a small piece of me was all like, oh, I wish she would have got saved by Finnick Shan because that would have made it way more interesting. But no, they went the easy route, and she got saved by the Bad Batch, and they go away. She's all like, why do they want me and everything? And he's all like, you know why, kind of thing. I think that I don't remember who says it. That's not what she says, but she's all, it's like, why is this happening, kind of thing. So he goes, Cad Bane's going to go follow him, but he gets back to a ship and it's been disabled by Finnick Shand. So she contacts the Camino lady. I don't remember her name or her position, but she's all like, I could hunt her down for you, but it's going to cost you a premium. And she's like, no, I will transfer the credits. You're done. She can't come back here. And Finnick Shan's like, what? I was hoping to make that extra money, honey. And so whatever. And then he's all sitting here thinking, brooding, and everything. And she's all like, I don't want to go back to Camino. And he's all like, I promise you, you'll never have to go back there again. I promise. And that's where the episode ends. And I have to say, first off, that's a big promise because even though the show will, keep that promise for him, you can't be making promises like that because you can't promise that. She got captured before. What makes you think she's not going to get captured again? I mean, under your watch. Like, come on, stop it. Don't do that. You can't make promises. That's like when you promise people, I promise you're going to survive this. And then they die. And I'm all like, oh, you broke your promise. You can't be lying about that. So I liked this episode, but it's not like, again, these episodes are not bad. They're just not good. Like they're very in the middle. And that's what bothers me about this show is I don't want like Clone Wars. Okay. Clone Wars, the beginning seasons weren't the best. Okay. They were very meh also. But once you got towards those, like I would say season 3 and up, the show got really good, like really good. And and maybe, and the thing is, I ain't got time to be wasting on a meh show. I need a show that's going to deliver, and it's going to deliver now. Because, we live in an age now where it's like, yo, honey bunny, I need my shows to be good because if it's not good, there's plenty of shows to take its place. And that's my problem with this show is just like, I'm ready. Like I'm chomping at the bit for something to take its place because you're just not as good as you could be, in my opinion. But anyways, I think that this episode was fine. It got him back with the Bad Batch, and hopefully they continue with a better story. And I can't wait for the next cameo because that's all it is. It's just cameos of characters that we've seen before. And I'm very curious to see how many of the characters from this show end up on Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett. Because it's coming. Omega's going to make an appearance because it's all about Boba Fett and Finnick Shand is in there. And you're telling me Omega, if she survives this, which she will, they won't kill her off. They wouldn't kill, A, they won't kill off a child, and B, they wouldn't kill off a female child. But she's going to make it back in the episode or in the Book of Boba Fett. I'm calling it now. All right, so that's my breakdown and review. What did you guys think about this episode? Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? Are you like me? And I really want to love this show. Like I want to be excited for it every week, but I can't. And I'm trying really hard to get past whatever it is, like the meh factor that I have on this show, but I can't. But yeah, tell me, who's your favorite character on this show? And, what would you like to see in the next episode? What cameo would you like to see that we haven't seen yet and everything? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on my Bad Batch breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. May the force be with you. Bye.